Hey guys, welcome to another Kogen Sunday service. My name is Christian, and I'm so glad to be with you here this week. You know, we just came out of the Thanksgiving weekend. I hope that you had a great time just connecting with family and friends. And if you didn't get a chance to, pick up that phone, throw out that text, whatever it takes to get in touch with the people around you. Our relationships are so much greater than our agendas. Just want to encourage you with that. We always want to thank Kogen Self-Defense Academy for the chance to be here with you today. Rob, Bowie, Matt, thank you guys for your support. Thank you for all that you do to make Kogen an amazing place and to continue to give us resources like this for encouragement and for challenge. It's spiritual defense, and as such, we like to talk about spiritual defense in three different perspectives. The first is to defend ourselves against apathy, against fear, against all those things that would come against us. It's to disarm the powers and forces of darkness, those spiritual things that drag us down, that hold us down. We want to disarm those and show them for what they are. And finally, we want to defeat those powers, defeat those lies with the truth and light, and walk in freedom and victory. You know, this week as I was kind of moving around, I came across a Bible verse that just spoke to me. And in the context of spiritual defense, as we always talk about the parallels of combat sports, this one was simple and easy. And it's all about the guard. Whether you're guarding from strikes or you're guarding in jiu-jitsu, that guard is everything. If you don't have a guard, you don't have any defense, and you're going to get worked. You're going to get hit. You're going to get tapped. That guard that we play, that guard that we practice, that guard that we train is so imperative and important and essential to our life, to our combat out on the mats. We need to make sure first that we can defend, and then we can proceed to victory. Having said that, in the spiritual realm, it's important to recognize that we are also guarded. And as I thought about this verse in 1 Peter, it really spoke to me. It talks about the fact that we are guarded through faith by God for the salvation that is to be revealed in the last time. You know, when I think about the part that is God's and the part that is ours, it's God's salvation. It's God's power. It's God's timing. But what is the vehicle through which this guarding happens? It is through our faith in Him. It is an active belief that God is taking care of us. It is an active belief that gives us the opportunity to trust Him and see Him work. It is not passive. We don't just sit back and He does it. It is the faith to move ahead with Him and in Him that we are then able to see God guarding us. You know, that guard that keeps us safe. And how does that work in faith? It works in two ways. The first way is to believe. Believing isn't simply acknowledging that a fact is a fact. It's living like that fact is real. And it is. Our faith is not simply a matter of principles and knowledge. It is a matter of practical application, which is the second part. We believe, faith is part of belief, and faith is in part living. It is living out those principles. It's living out those priorities. It's living out that perspective. So today, as you think about the idea of a guard, today as you think about the idea of being guarded, know that God wants to guard you. He wants to guard your heart. He wants to guard your mind, but you have to take that application of faith. And just like in combat, you got to step into the ring. Just like you got to make that walk, you have to use your faith to see God moving. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here this week. I hope you've been encouraged. I hope you've been challenged. If you have questions, if you'd like to just get with me, I would love to get in touch with you. My Facebook, my email are listed down below. Looking forward to seeing you guys this week in training. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for staying connected to Spiritual Defense.